The views of the guest are that of the guests and do not represent nor reflect the views and opinions of the Lockoutmen channel, the Recruiter Call channel, nor its host. This site content is for entertainment, educational, and informational purposes only.
And listen, sit back. I got a good one for you. You guys seen all the TikToks, you seen all the YouTube videos, you seen all the shorts, the Instagram reels. Y'all seen all these truckers out here capping for the trucking life. Especially the females, because the females make it look so good. They be sitting up there with their nice looking figures and get out of the truck and make trucking look so glamorous. I did a video on Desiree Dalton. Make sure you go and check that video out because she said YouTube and trucking made her homeless. Now, I don't know if it made her homeless or anything like that, but YouTube, TikTok, and the rest of these social medias can and will inspire you into getting into trucking without understanding the realities of it. So you've seen the TikToks, you've seen the YouTube videos, you've seen the endless highlight reels of the trucking life that these truck drivers, male and female, presenting to you out here. Trucks are gleaming, drivers are flaunting cash, cruising down the most scenic routes, thinking everything is so great, listening to their tunes. But let me stop you right there. Is that really the full story? Well, hopefully you stick around and listen to my commentary about why you shouldn't base your expectations of trucking on what you see online. This is for the new drivers that's that's coming in, as well as the curious alike. So let's jump into it.
Before we get started, does anyone want to get out?
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for listening. Picture this. You're strolling through TikTok late at night. You stumble upon a video. You see a trucker pulls into a rest stop with a pristine rig looking all nice, clean, and shimmery. He's talking about making about $10,000 a week and flashes the kind of lifestyle that looks straight out of a movie, right? Because on TikTok, they can say and make anything look extravagant. But you hooked. You are hooked. You are hook, line, and sinker. It inspires you that you could be that truck driver. You see, you're based in their experience on what you could possibly do, which you shouldn't do. I'm just saying, you shouldn't do that. You jump in, both feet in the water. You take the leap off the cliff. You join the trucking industry. You go and get your CDL. You finally spent all that time, cash, and money. Now that you're happy that you got your CDL in your hand, you consider yourself a truck driver.
Hold on.
Not yet. You're not a truck driver yet. You're just a CDL holder. There's a difference. But now you are a truck driver. You get into the industry. You did what you need to do. You went through the training. You did everything to become a truck driver. Now you're driving a truck. Now suddenly it is 2 a.m. in the morning and you're at a sketchy truck stop eating cold food out of your microwave. Cold microwave? Get it? And the dispatch, one of your shady ass dispatchers, calls you up and tells you that your delivery has been delayed for about another 6 hours. Probably Walmart, probably one of them grocery loads. We all been there before. But not you though, because you're wondering what happened to the life that the social media influencers promised on social media. Well, Lockoutmen, which is me, is here to break it down for you. Here's the thing. Social media is a highlight reel. That's about it. That's about it. It's like judging someone's life by their Instagram or TikTok or YouTube. The polished moments are what gets shared. They're going to share all the good stuff, all the money, all the places they've been, all the scenic routes they take, all the happy-go-lucky stuff. That's what gets shared. That's what you're going to see. Not the grit, the grind, or the sheer hours spent on the road. So let me just tell you, trucking isn't a glamorous lifestyle. It isn't. Some say it's a calling. It's a job that requires patience, resilience, and above all, the understanding that what you see online is only half the truth. Now, don't get me wrong, okay? I'm not here to discourage you. I'm just trying to make you understand a little bit better. Trucking can be rewarding. It's freedom, it's adventure, and for some, it's a passion. But what you really need to know is this. Trucking is not an instant road to riches. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme. You're not going to become an instant millionaire. You're not going to make that 6 figures in the first year. Or is it a nonstop adventure? You're not going to be able to get to Las Vegas and walk on the strip if you want. You're not going to be able to make it up to the Golden Gate Bridge. You're not going to make it up to Mount Rushmore. You might. Don't get me wrong, you might. But don't forget, it's time constraints. You only get 10 hours of rest time that you should be using, literally. The reality, let me give you the reality of it. You'll face breakdowns, lonely nights, missed family moments, and financial pressures in this industry, man. Depression comes quick in the trucking industry. But guess what? That's okay though. Because if you're stepping into this game for the right reasons and you have the right goals for it, like a love for the open road, a love for independence, and a desire to build a steady career, then you're already ahead of the game. You're already there, and I commend you for it. So check this out. Story time. In my 10 years, I met this trucker, right? Who said something that stuck with me throughout my career in trucking. Trucking isn't a lifestyle you can fake, he says. He told me how he spent his first 2 years barely breaking even, learning the ropes, and making mistakes he never saw anyone talk about online. But he stuck with it because he liked it. He grown to love it. He wasn't in it for the clout chasing, the money, or the fantasy. And now 10 years later, he built a stable business outside of trucking, which he's still in the truck, by the way. I'm just saying, but he got multiple streams of income now based on his love of trucking. But let me just tell you, and listening to him, the road there, it looked nothing like what you see on TikTok, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, or YouTube itself. So listen, new driver, if you're at home contemplating on getting into this game, start with the realistic expectation. Do your research. Come out to the truck stops. Have conversations with some of these truck drivers that are willing to talk to you. And think, not the short term, but the long term game. Social media may show you the sparkly parts, but it's up to you to find the full picture though. Until next time, everybody.